We have some people coming onto Facebook, so let's give it like a minute or so, like 30, about a minute, so we can have people. If you're not working, just go left. Yeah, if it's not working, can you guys hear me on Facebook? Well, thank you guys for being patient. Technology is great when it works correctly. Just waiting for some. Hi, Dante. Love you, love you. Wave it, Dante. So we have only 3 still waiting to go live. Let's see that. They're actually they're texting me saying wait a couple of seconds for some others to get on. Believe me, be patient. This is you're going to find out a lot. Okay, event logs. I'm a very prompt person, but I know life can get in the way. Okay, we have people rolling into Facebook Live. We got Irma Smith. Oh, hi, TK. How are you? Get Miss Roxy on. Still waiting. Okay, we still got people coming in. Please be patient. Please be patient. We have JPM Solutions here. Hi, Naidra. Hi. We got people just coming on. Just still, please be patient. All right. I'm working actually 3 devices, you guys. I'm working 3 devices. Okay. Okay. Hi, bombshell artist. How are you? Roxy sent a request to be in your live video. Of course you can be in my live video, Roxy. Of course. I'll bring you on. You must have something to say. Roxy sent a request to be on my live video, so you must have a lot to say. So I would definitely incorporate you in after I get the gist of this delivered. Oh, you laugh out. Just check it. Okay, you're working. It's working. Okay. So I'm going to start. So basically, it was a request for me to do this live. I was receiving messages from people literally all over the world. Why me? Why little old me? There is a problem, as we may know, but there are solutions. But the thing is, the solutions probably will not be a little uncomfortable for some of us. I'm a very transparent individual, those who know me. So therefore, I'm going to deliver this information. I'm going to be very, very transparent because we're living in epic times right now. There's no need to do any fluff or anything of that nature. Basically, in 2018 or December 2018, I notified my own family, letting them know we have a huge problem. The problem is that we was going to be in an epic global economic collapse, which was going to impact all of us socially. How did I know this? I'm not trying to get deep, but I'm trying to tell you exactly how did I know a lot of details that have already occurred. Before 2018, and I have to tell you all this, and it was God. There's no way I can know certain things. Absolutely. There's no way I can know detail for detail before things happen. God said, warn my people. Warn them. Warn them. Let them know that I'm not happy. I'm not happy in reference to the world. I am in reference to our behavior at large. He said, I'm upset. I'm upset. But my word has to come true. My word cannot return to me void. And the thing about it is, he said, warn them. Let them know what's about to come. Warn your family. Warn your friends. Warn the world. So that's why I have been on a crusade literally since December 2018, warning my family, my friends. I have went to pastors. I have went to ministers all over, especially the Chicagoland area, warning them, letting them know that we are in for something we have never seen before in our life. It's going to wreak devastation. God also said, when this happens, something else is going to occur that was not accounted for. I mean, no one would see it coming from the top level to whatever the lower level. Warn them, prepare them, let them know what is happening so they can be prepared. Those who have listened, they will be able to not just survive, but thrive through these global economic changes. They'll be able to thrive, not just survive. But we all know some will listen, some won't. So that's exactly what I did. I started with my family. I'm not a person that go around preaching or anything of that nature, but I am sensitive to God and his voice. So I started creating videos. I created this company. He said, you warn them. And God knows I go full force in anything that I do. Anything that I do. But the thing is, God is not pleased. And it seems like this is so, I'm not trying to put I'm not trying to put religion on top of this. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm giving you facts. God said he's not pleased with us and he has to move his hand. We have crossed many boundaries. We have crossed so many boundaries. So many. And the thing is, God said, I have to move my hand. And when I move my hand, I will not move it back until everyone, until the majority of us get on one accord. I was so shaken. I wasn't afraid, but I was afraid of what God showed me. I said, oh my God, my heart was heavy. It still is heavy. It has been heavy even since 2018. I have shared this with my family. I said, we must prepare. Whatever God said, we must prepare. So the thing is, even God is saying this, there is a solution. There is a solution. The solution is we must come and be on one accord. We must, no matter who we are. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, left, right, up, down. We have to get on one accord as the United States and the world. If we do not, what is the one accord? The thing is, we have to acknowledge God. I don't care what religion you are. We have to acknowledge him. This is a God thing. I don't know President Trump. I don't know his staff. I don't know any of them. But the thing about it is, what has happened to this world, they didn't account for it. They didn't account for it. They had no clue. Had no clue. Believe me, if they knew, they would have did everything possibly to mitigate this damage. They have no clue. They're still I don't know these people, but this is what God gave me. The thing is, we must get together. Even though it's social distancing, we have to come on one accord. I don't care where you are. If you have any God in you, if you have even the Creator, whoever you identify, if you have any relationship with the Creator, you felt in yourself that something was wrong. You knew something was wrong. You probably couldn't put your finger on it, but you knew something was wrong. So the thing is, this is the problem. Like I said, the problem is, yes, there are answers, and it seems like I'm being taken away from what I really wanted, from what I had in my mind, but I have to go with what God is telling me. And the thing about it is, God has put me in certain places so I can see certain things. This is spiritual and physical. So this is spiritual and natural. It's all coming together. I was created for this time. This is my purpose. I was created for this particular time right now. There is no way the things I have shared with people and those exact things are literally coming to pass. I mean, exactly how God gave it to me. I knew it wasn't me. It's not me. It's God. But the thing is, we must adhere. We must adhere. If we don't get on one accord, God said, I'm not going to move my hand back. I will not move it back. We have to get on one accord. We have to pray. We have to have some type of relationship with God. Because if we don't, this is going to be prolonged. This is going to be prolonged. And the thing is, I have to be truthful with you. Life as we know it will never revert back to what it is. So, what did God say how to prepare? He delivered the information. He said, go get food and water. Go prepare. Tell your family and friends. I was literally in stores a year and a half ago buying gloves, plastic gloves, and disinfectant. Had no clue why I was buying it, but got to buy it. I was literally buying things. I had no clue why I was buying them, but I just obeyed God. And the thing about it is, I know a lot of people don't, some people are not going to really maybe take what I'm saying. But the thing is, the reason why a lot of people in my family and friends and those who are members of In4ormative Services, they're already prepared. They're prepared. They're literally prepared because they listened. They literally listened. And the thing about it is, God gives us all chances. God give us chance after chance after chance. God said, I have extended my grace. I have extended my mercy. I have done all of these things, but yet we have crossed the line. And the thing about it is, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take my word for it. Time reveals all. Time reveals all. Also, God was basically telling me, he said, even when this does occur, I'm going to have a wealth transfer. The wealth transfer is going to literally take place. I'm going to take money. The wealth is going to move from the old system to the new system. He said that's how they prepare. They need to go acquire silver and gold, my wealth. They need to go acquire hard assets. That's what they need to go do, so they can be ready for what's to come. So they can be able to move around in situations when a lot of people are not be able to move around. The reason being is to help God's people. So those who back, I'm telling you, a lot of our backs are going to be up against the wall. The whole reason why is because God is saying, you have forsaken me. I need you to remember me. Remember me. remember me. And once we get that on one accord, you will see things change. But if we don't do that, if we can have this God complex, we need to get rid of that. If we continue to go on and do things business as usual, or it's not business as usual anymore, but if we keep going on and we keep making decisions without God and putting him first, he's going to prolong this. He's going to prolong this. So the thing is, again, I spoke with my family. I told them exactly what I'm saying right now. I said we must prepare. That's why I did hashtag Get Ready 2020, because God said it's coming. It's coming. It was down to the point on January 9th, we published, it's time. It's time. There's nowhere in the world I could know the time that this will be occurring. There was nowhere in the world. I knew there was going to be a global collapse. I knew there was going to be calamity. I knew all of these things. God gave it to me, but also put me in corporate America so I can see certain things. So be able to understand the monetary system, to be able to understand all of these things so I can be able to give the information to his people so they can be able to understand how to move in this world monetarily, because money is just a tool. That's all it is. It's just a tool. But when you have the tool, you are more free to move around. And the thing about it is, so many backs are going to be pushed up against the wall, and they're going to be looking for answers. They're going to be looking and searching for answers. And the thing is, the answer is God, but you have to do your part. You have to do your part. Whatever you can do physically, you do your part. Once you do your part, God can do his part. And I guess you're like, well, how is God in this? God, can't nothing happen unless God say so. Absolutely, positively nothing. Just think about it. If you're a parent and your kid keeps touching the stove, attempt to touch the stove, you'll keep removing the kid. And then the kid touched the stove and they figure out it's hot. Guess what? Even though you attempted to protect the child still had to go under, reap that reward or whatever that consequence is. We are reaping the rewards of the behaviors we have done as a whole. I'm not saying everybody has been that way. Not saying everybody has done that. But the thing is, as a whole, God had to get the world attention, and he got it. He's God Almighty. He's the Alpha. He's the Omega. He's the beginning. He's the end. He's all knowing. He's all seeing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know President Trump. And the thing is, you got to be careful what you ask for. He ran for president. And he became our president. He is our president. And the thing about it is, we have to pray for ourselves. We have to pray for others. And we also have to pray for him and all of those who are in power. Because guess what? The decisions that they make affects us, even though can't nothing happen without God say so. So we must pray for everybody, including him. And if you can't pray for him, you need to examine yourself. Because there's been times when I know I have not done the right thing, and God has mercy on me. He's a just God. He's a loving God. But yet we do have to answer to our actions. And like I said, I don't know the administration. I don't know any of them. But thing that I do know, they were definitely did not account for this. They did not account for this. This happened, and I know they can't believe it. And the thing about it is, we are going to go through some stressful times. We are going to be in our homes. Yes, we are. We're going to be in our homes because to prevent the spread of this particular infection, this disease. But the thing about it is, while we're in our homes, we can still pray for one another. We can still meditate for one another. We can still uplift one another. Because we have to pray against because the devil will try to take control of our mind, especially when we're in a secluded area for a long period of time. We must come together, because if we don't, this will be prolonged. This will definitely be prolonged. And so the thing is, how did we prepare? Informative services, people thought I went dark. I didn't go dark. I was dealing with our informative services members who have been have known about this for quite some time, and they have been preparing themselves. And since everything has basically hit right now, we're just making sure that all of those questions are answered, and they can so we can be available to them. So the thing is, yes, this is epic. Yes, this is life altering. We will not be going back to the way we normally live. That's over. But yet we are strong. But how do we stay strong? We have to link together. We have to link together. We have to come together. On one accord. It's going to take some time because some people are not going to believe. Some people are going to buck certain situations. But the thing is, believe me, as time progresses, they going to see exactly on what's going on. So do we just need to, like I said, we need to gather together. We need to be strong. We need to support one another. And yes, this has came upon us. If you have not gotten silver and gold, this is not financial advice. If you haven't gotten bullion, silver and gold, if you can get them at the local pawn shop, definitely get them, because those things are going to increase in value. The whole problem, now I'm going to physical. The whole problem with the monetary system is that we had the global economic crisis in 2008. Why? How can I speak about this? First of all, I have multiple degrees. I've been in corporate America. I was in management for the world largest derivatives company in the world. I also was in IT for TransUnion, the credit bureau. So I have history in the financial system. So therefore, God has equipped me so I can understand and be able to decipher what is real and what is not. What it has been skewed, what bad information has been delivered to the population, so I can then break it down and deliver it in this and deliver it in this trueness. So therefore, that's the physical side, that's the natural side. But the thing is, God showed me there will be a wealth transfer, and what is happening, you all? We are literally going from the traditional monetary system to a digital economy, the new digital economy. That is what is going on. Money is leaving the traditional system, evaporating, and those who have basically gotten out before the system collapsed, they have exchanged their paper dollars for real assets, gold, silver, land, art. They have exchanged it for a real asset. The thing is, a lot of us who do traditional 401k plans and things of that nature, we invested traditionally. We did exactly what is normally told for us to do. Invest in your 401k so you can have money to retire. You check the box. You go to school, check. You invest in your 401k, check. Okay, I'm being a good person, check. All of those things a lot of us have done, but yet it seems as though we're not reaping those rewards. And it seems as though that, okay, I'm making $200,000 a year. It seems as though I go 10 steps forward, then I go 30 steps back. I go 10 steps forward, I go 30 steps back. The ultimate reason is we do not know the monetary system. We don't know it. We don't know it. A lot of the good info, what you don't know can hurt you. A lot of the information, the good information, is circulated, centralized in that 1%. It doesn't really get trickled down to the 99%. That's the problem. And the thing is, when you have that 1% is shared, that information is being shared amongst each other. So that's why you have generational wealth, dynastic wealth in that 1%. It just keeps circulating in that little area. Sometimes you have a little trickle down effect, but it just keeps circling and circling and circling. And it never gets down to the people, to the remaining general population. That was the problem. That was the first part. That's one of the problems. And also, we don't understand how money works. We know how to spend it, but we don't know how to hold on to it. A lot of people save, but guess what? I save to invest. You need to save to invest. The thing is, it's good to have money for a rainy day, but you need to have your money keep turning over and over and over. And the reason why God gave me that understanding, because he knew calamity was coming. He knew the world was about to be shooken and rocked. He knew this. He knew this. But the thing about it is, you can have the spiritual side, but you need the physical side to understand and to be able to break down what is going on. So again, some of the people have done, you need cash right now. Obviously you do. You need cash right now, because it's going to be possibly a time when you cannot get cash, or they're going to limit you on getting cash. They can limit you by saying you only can go to the bank these hours, because we're going to be on lockdown. It's happening. Or the ATM already limits you and say $500 a day or $1,000 a day. It's not for you. That limit is not for you. It's for the banking system. So they can use your money to place bets, use your money so they can actually invest it and make so much money. I was at one of the largest derivatives company in the world. Literally, we had traders making $12 million a day off our money, off our 401ks. So what I'm saying is, what has hurt us, we have just allowed for us to, some of us just walk with our head in the clouds. Everything is going to be okay. This will never happen to the United States. Oh no, this will pass. Oh no, we have basically let a lot of things slide. We have not paid attention. We haven't paid attention. And so now it's hurting us. The first thing, we have not done what we're supposed to do for God. That's number one. Number two, we ain't paying attention. We doing everything else but paying attention. When I was delivering this information to people and individuals, I literally had a global wealth summit. I had Daymond John from Shark Tank. I had Bruce Fenton. I had all of these people from around the world who knew what was happening in our economy. They knew what was happening. But the thing is, one of them, Daymond John, he was like, yeah, I think we're going to experience some type of correction. But he didn't believe it was going to be a correction like that. But the thing is, God said, I'm going to crash this monetary system globally. I'm going to crash it hard. Because the thing is, he needed to get our attention. He said, also, God said, I'm going to also have an event occur that nobody accounted for. Nobody accounted for. And when I do that, I'm going to move my hand. I'm going to move my hand. And once I move my hand, I will not move it back until we get it together. He said he will not move it back until we get it together. So the thing is, you can believe what I'm saying or not. I'm just the messenger. That's all I am. I'm delivering the information to you that I know professionally and also what I know spiritually. I'm going to go to some questions. Yes, you do. Like I said, you do need cash, because if you can't get money out the ATM, or if there's certain hours available and you cannot get to that ATM, you're going to need cash if we are able to go to the stores. Another thing is, we have also another problem. Our supply chain is broken. What is a supply chain? Say, for instance, I have on this hoodie and the material. Say, for instance, polyester, cotton. The polyester comes from India. The cotton comes from China. The lettering on this sweater comes from Italy. That's the supply chain that takes to create this sweater. So if you got a lot of people sick in multiple countries, not going to work, at home, how is this sweater going to be created? How is it going to be made? I don't care how much money you have. If it cannot be created or made or created or made, you can't purchase it. That's the problem we're in also. A lot of countries are not moving freight. We're not moving a lot of freight domestically. A lot of things have stopped being made. So even if you do have money, guess what? If the product cannot be made, you cannot buy it. That's also what we're up against. We're up against also even the cash. The cash that we have in our pockets, in our bank accounts. honestly isn't really worth what it is. Think about it. It takes more dollars to buy the same product that you bought last year, the year before, and the year before. Also, when you have a problem in the global economy and you had think about it. I'm not going to get too technical. You had a Federal Reserve cutting rates. You only, you cut rates when you need quantitative easing, when things aren't going so well. So think about it. When you get a lot of money, everything is flowing. Yeah, you can increase prices. You can increase interest rates because everybody, everybody living well, doing well. But when things get tight, guess what? You start cutting. Sometimes some of us won't pay certain bills, or you'll start cutting certain attributes about your life. That's how you first know something is wrong in the economy. When you see the Federal Reserve cutting and cutting and cutting interest rates, and then you have a stock market that's way up here. Too contradictory. A lot of us don't know that. They don't teach it in school on purpose so you will not be aware. If this was taught in school, a lot of things, monetarily that has impacted us negatively, we can avoid. But the thing is, if you know how the monetary system works, if you know how it works, you can move around in it. You can really obtain a lot of wealth. So now, the world is basically coming to a complete halt, y'all. A complete halt. A complete halt until we get it together. I suggest also, which I have suggested to my members, and which they have done so, please, if you can, go and get seeds to plant fruit in your home. You can do it indoor or outdoor. Fruit, vegetables, even down to seasonings, please, because our supply chain is broken. A lot of those products, first of all, will not be delivered to us. It's going to get it's going to get really, really tight, you all. It's going to get real tight. So in order to mitigate certain situations, get cash. If you can find you some growing seeds, I'm not playing. Go get some. And I have heirloom seeds. So those organic heirloom seeds, they grow pretty fast. Also, silver and gold. I know we're about to get shut down. If this is not investment advice, I'm telling you what I have done and what a lot of people in my family and the members have done. We have gotten cash out the bank. We have acquired gold and silver. We have also gotten heirloom seeds so we can grow our own food. We have also stocked. We stocked up on water, food, and all those things. We was doing this way beforehand. Also, family communication is very, very important. I know we're going to be in the house with our loved ones and it can be kind of frustrating, but at this time, we really need to do everything possible to keep our momentum up. Do things. God has blessed us with many gifts and talents when we were born. If you don't know what it is, find it. Because guess what? The only thing that is going to actually be valuable in this world is things that we need, that we use. So even if you don't know what it is, please turn within, figure out what that skill set is, because sometimes God blesses us with multiple skill sets. Find out what that is, cultivate them, because you're going to need that skill set in order to be able to survive. There are many things coming down the pipeline. Do not be surprised if you see inmates coming home from correctional facilities early, because the thing about it is, when you have a correctional facility and you have a virus like this going around, it can be so detrimental to people in close quarters. So don't be surprised if you see people who are coming home, who have been incarcerated. This is, in some cases, it can be looked at as a good thing, because some people have been incarcerated and they have not done anything. Or you can have the flip side that, maybe it's not so good. Just be prepared. Also, don't be surprised if we are on lockdown more than 8 weeks. Don't be surprised if it goes for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Also, I had another question. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at everything. What I have done, I have gotten basically all of my cash out of my accounts. I haven't really talked about digital currency on here, but I do need to speak about that. That is, we're literally transitioning from the old system to the new system. So in order for that to happen, you do have to kill the old system. So normally, even if you're at work, you have two systems going. You have an old system and a new system. And normally that old system works in tandem with that new system until everybody migrates over. Once everybody migrates over, normally that old system still lives until you're kind of confident that the new system is working appropriately. Then you kill the old system. But in this case, a lot of things have happened so quickly that a lot of things are happening without certain things, precautionary measures being done. So expect things, even social media. Social media can go down. Yeah, it can. We are being exposed to that. A lot of things that we normally use, we can literally have a lot of glitches, or it's shoddy, it's not working that right, or it's not working at all. So this is what's happening. We're going from a new economy, an old economy, to a new economy, and things are going to be very, very different. Do we have another question? Has a membership helped my life? Oh, we have some of our members on the IG Live and Facebook. So definitely, I'm sorry, go to In4ormative Services and look at our webpage. I don't know how long you'll be able to look at it, but look at our webpage, because we are in sensitive times. Yes, God gave me, basically had me look and see exactly what will be occurring. And so therefore, yes, I notified my family in December 2018. I told them, look, y'all, it's not going to be pretty. We have to prepare because we don't have a lot of time. And a lot of them did listen. They did prepare. God said, keep going. So I actually disclosed a lot of this information to a lot of mega churches here. I don't know if they told their congregations. Also, I created the Global Wealth Summit in October 5th, 2019, basically explaining the monetary system, explaining all the tools of wealth that you are going to need in order to be successful. Do you understand? Those who have not those who have not acquired certain assets can be a multimillionaire today, but when the new system goes up, they won't be a multimillionaire. They could be 100,000 there, literally, because this new system is in place and they're migrating over to it. So we need to be, what is this new system? Blockchain, the new currency. They have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Those are one of the tier 1 cryptocurrencies that's out there that they're literally using right now. Don't get it twisted. They're using it right now. When you go to Western Union and you go and you want to send money to someone in another country, or just send money to someone, guess what? They're taking your paper dollars. Even if you come in there with paper dollars, they're entering in the system and they're already exchanging your paper dollars in the system for a cryptocurrency called XRP, which have partnered with over 750 financial institutions around the world globally. It's already done. But yet God is in control. God knew during this time of this sensitive time, well, not this sensitive time, this whole new space that we're in. He knew. God knows everything. He knows everything. He knew the wealth transfer was going to be happening simultaneously as the new economy was being built. Also, he knew this was going to happen even when God allowed for this global economy to be decimated, because it's going to be decimated. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. But guess what? You can do well. If we can still listen, we can still do what you can do. Do what you can do with your family. Do what you can do, and God will do the rest. I promise you. There's no way. I came from an underserved community right now. There is no way this brown girl should have had seats at a table with people who are the fraction of the 1%. There's no way this little brown girl should be at tables. Well, not shouldn't be at, but we have different stigmas attached to us from society. It seemed as though that I shouldn't have been at the tables that God has allowed me to be a part of. The reason why he allowed me to be a part of it and have favor is because it was information that he knew his people was going to need, and he knew I would share it. He knew I would. So now it is the time. Those who have not heard the message is God is not happy. He has moved his hand. He said an event was going to occur that was not going to be accounted for. He said we need to get together as a oneness, acknowledge God. Everything that we do, we need to do it for his will and his purpose. If not, this thing will be delayed in reference to being so constrained, in reference to surviving in these type of conditions. And it's going to take time, to build back up. It's easy to tear something down. But much harder to build it back up. Even when we do come out of this and we're able to walk outside freely, whenever that is, guess what? We have to build back up what was torn down. That's work. And I'm also letting you guys know, a lot of people, and I'm just telling you this, it's not fear mongering. We have to be honest and transparent. Also, what is happening, a lot of people that's coming home from jobs is not going to return back to those jobs because a lot of companies are going to fold. They're going to fold. Some of them will come together and come together and do acquisitions, but a lot of them not going to make it. So that impacts us. So now, which I had already told and disclosed to members in my family, they're going to give out money, which they're doing now. Every single thing that basically God gave, because God is amazing, down to step by step, it is occurring. So now, supposedly, I don't know, I have to look into it because I was preparing for this live. It seemed as though there was information that I guess each adult citizen possibly will be getting $1,000. Let me tell you like this. If you get the $1,000, I don't know how often it's going to be. I have no clue. You use it sparingly. Okay? Also, don't be surprised if they keep something called universal basic income, meaning giving you income without questions. How many of y'all know, do you get something for free? No, you don't get nothing for free. So you're going to pay for it in one way or the other. So we just need to look beyond what's in front of our face. We need to pray for ourselves. We need to pray for our families. We need to pray for this country. We need to pray for this world. We need to pray for our administration. You need to pray for President Trump. You need to pray for the Senate, the Congress. We need to pray for everybody. Everybody. The election probably won't happen in November. It probably will not occur. And the thing about it is, whoever be next president, and we ain't got it together, they gonna wish they wasn't president. Okay? Because it's a lot of things that we have to tackle on our own. I mean, a lot of things that leadership is going to have to tackle. And I know a lot of things are coming their way that they never ever thought. And the thing about it is, when you are so used to being in control, you sometimes take it for granted. Like, okay, I'm doing this. No, it's not you doing this. God is allowing you to do this. But once God say no, and he means no, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So, I read that too about a few cities where they are not going to cut off the due to non. Yes, I've heard that in Atlanta, they're not going to cut off electricity due to non-payment. Some people don't have a reserve. How they gonna pay their rent? How they gonna pay their mortgage? Most people living from paycheck to paycheck. How are they gonna do this? How are they gonna do this? So therefore, and companies aren't open. And the thing about it is, our stock market, which those companies are definitely taking a big hit, who are they gonna worry about first? You or them? So yes, a lot of things are probably going to come to a halt. Revolving credit, things that you normally pay on a monthly basis, a lot of things are going to come to a halt. But if some things don't come to a halt, you need to make sure that whatever you have, you need to preserve it. You need to preserve it. Think forward. Example, we already going to the store. Well, some people are going to the store. There's no toilet tissue paper. There's no laundry soap. None of that. Again, a lot of things are not being shipped to us, and a lot of things we're not sending out because of the virus, infection, and because all the things that are happening. You need to think forward. So if we're not getting these things and we're having problems getting these things and they're rationing things out, what else is going to be rationed out? Think about your car bar. If you need a car battery, think about brakes. Think about brake pads. That stuff normally is not manufactured in the U.S. Okay? And all of the countries, most of the countries are going through a whole situation. Okay? We're going through it. So a lot of the things that we are so used to going to the store and get won't be there. So if you know you need something, and if you have something to spare, whatever that means right now, something to spare, you need to possibly, I'm not telling you, but I would definitely look into doing or trying to have some other things, on standby. Also, we all have bikes. Yes, we have a bike. We don't know what's going on in reference to just having options. We want options. We have bikes. We have scooters, electric scooters. Of course, we have our vehicles, but a lot of vehicles are not going to be on the road, as you may know, because we're going to go through a lockdown. And again, do not just account for a 2-week, 4-week, 8-week thing, because this thing that God has allowed to happen to get our attention. Now all of us are like, okay, what's going on? Okay. Remember, life got in the way. We always put off things in reference to God. We even things in our life. We was just so like, back and forth. Things are only priority until something else become a priority. Guess what? Now this is a priority. And this is going to be a priority for a long time. And I'm not trying to fearmonger or, like scare people. No, understand what's going on. Understand what is going on so you can be prepared. There are some things that you can still do to be prepared even right now. Like I said, if I had money in the bank right now, I definitely would be, I'm going to get it so I can make sure that I had something, at home, or something that I can use to barter with. Okay. So that's what we need to do. Do we have buy a few things each week? A few cities. If anybody have any questions, you can just post them. I know this IG went kind of live. The member thing that I'm talking about. Okay. In4ormative Services have a membership program because I still do have to pay people. If it could be free, I will definitely allow it to be free. But the membership basically gives you access to what is going on. Literally, they knew before a lot of things have already occurred. Also, keeping abreast on what's going on in our world, how you can protect yourself, how you can protect your family. Also, we have a 24/7 chat on Telegram. So we shared a lot of things that we have done to be prepared, and also how we can help one another, even down to the virus, what's actually going on in reference with, what's going on with that, the information that is coming out. So a lot of us, some of us are nurse practitioners. Some of us have been in IT for quite some time. Some of us have been in the medical field, research field. We have a lot of different people have many different professional backgrounds. So that's very, very helpful trying to understand, more what's going on so we can actually disseminate that information one another and also to the public. It has been, I know that membership program has been a blessing to a whole lot of people's lives because, again, they were able to prepare before everything hit the fan. I started December 2018 with my family, got incorporated in In4ormative Services December 2019, began my crusade, letting people know something is happening. We need to be prepared. We don't have a lot of time. You better hurry up. I created hashtag Get Ready 2020. This is year 0. We knew it was coming, so they was able to be prepared. So that, to me, that's priceless. If I can get ahead of certain situations, that's priceless to me. And also information is so priceless. So priceless. Good information. Because a lot of us use the information that has been given out to the general public and relied on it. And guess what? A lot of us got bit real bad. Real bad. What do I mean? The money that's in the stock market is people's 401ks, pension plans, retirement plans. Those people and those the CEOs of all of these big corporations, they got out some time ago. They got out before it crashed. They knew the plan that they had. They knew the plan. But God threw a monkey wrench in it. I mean, a real big monkey wrench. A huge monkey wrench. Totally threw the world off its course. So they got out. Got out, they gone. Everybody else's money is sitting there evaporating. And if you wanted to pull your money out, I don't know if you could. I don't even know if they would even accept your phone call right now. I don't even know if you would receive a phone call back at this moment. So the thing is, get prepared. You can become a member so you can stay connected on what's going on. So you can be aware of what's going on. And so, and whatever God gives me, I'm going to share, because that has been the ultimate thing, how I was able to mitigate risk and also help my family mitigate risk. God said, hey, this is what's happening. This is what I'm about to do. Warn your family, warn everybody, let them know. If they believe, if they don't, they don't. Because guess what? All of us are going to suffer those consequences, whatever that reward is, if we listen or we didn't. So, sell the dope with a cargo ship, or sell dope off their cargo ship. I'm sorry, I'm looking at hijack another page. Wonderful. Yeah, so any other questions or any other concerns that I can address right now? Cryptocurrencies have went down. Oh yes, cryptocurrencies have went down a lot. We've already we knew that was going to happen. But the thing is, you have the old system. That's the new digital currency asset system. So the old system will die, and guess what? The new system will rise. And yes, people, this is ushering in a one-world currency. Yes, it is. And guess what? God knows that. So that's why he said, prepare my people. Let them know so they can be able to have the money, have the right currencies, so they can be able to help my people who didn't listen. What do you think about Bill Gates stepping down? A lot of CEOs have stepped down. Think about Jamie Dimon. All of a sudden, he had a heart problem. Everybody has left the building. Everybody left the building. Where is everybody? So the thing is, a lot of certain type of people, they're very calculated. And even though this was their plan, or some weren't they playing, because this virus threw a whole monkey wrench in the whole situation. But yes, they're gone. They have left the building, and they basically are trying to preserve their lives. They're trying to preserve their lives. But I do believe cryptocurrency will recover. We knew it was going to take a dive, but like I said, it will be, the new system will come up, and it will flourish. And also silver and gold. Guess what, you guys? Silver, the American eagle. The U.S. Mint, the American eagle. I just got notification some days ago that the U.S. Mint has sold out of American eagles. We knew, if you remember, you knew this was going to occur. Remember, a lot of those companies that stocks were being they were that 401ks and all those people were buying were overvalued. So a lot of these people took that money out of the system and then bought things that had value: silver, gold, land, precious, all of those things, tangible, real assets that you can have in your hand. That's what they did. So basically that's what I've been doing and my family been doing, and the members of In4ormative Services have been doing. We do our own research. We come to our own conclusions. We share them amongst each other. And then you do what you please. Information is the best. Good information is better than wealth. Because in order to make decisions on monetary wealth, spiritual wealth, physical wealth, you got to have good information. It's saying that this live is about to end in 1 minute and 5 seconds. Do we have any other questions? And also, I only do lives when it's necessary. Meaning that when it's something to say. I just don't do lives just to do lives. So FYI. So I will be doing another one soon. But I want you all to stay vigilant. I want you all to stay safe. Do what you are supposed to do. Also, keep God first. The decisions that you make, keep God in the forefront of your mind. Okay? You know, like I said, you don't have to do it, but we need to do it. We must do it in order to get ourselves out of this jam. Things will never be the same again, but we must come together. I love you all. I love you. You all can send me messages, or any suggestions or anything, because we definitely reply all the time. But go on In4ormative Services page and yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this Facebook Live, and you guys have an awesome day. All right, love you. Bye.